within training environments and within combat operations. What was it about these cultures that allowed excellence to persist, even in those combat situations, getting rocketed every few days, that type of thing? What would you say from a cultural perspective? What's important to maintain excellence?
A friend has to love you and accept you as you are.
Right.
A teammate has a duty and a responsibility to make the team better. And he can only do that by striving to be the best version of himself and pushing you to be the best version of yourself.
Right.
You know, when you're surrounded by great people, you have a mission, everyone's focused, everybody is supporting, right? It's easier to maintain that high level of excellence because everybody's pushing everybody. Everybody's supporting everybody.
So I must assume that even in those environments, there are points of failure. There are points where someone didn't meet the standard, or maybe collectively that training operation or that operation didn't go as well as it could. But I can imagine there's a lot of pressure and focus on continuous feedback, improvement, rehearsal, and or what do you do with members that just aren't meeting that standard, right?
Yeah, so that's a good one. So in the Ranger Battalion, we have a relief for standard clause, or we had.
Okay.
Basically, we don't have the time to try to motivate somebody who, if you don't want to be here, you're gone, okay, today.
Wow.
If you can't cut the mustard, and you will be given a chance to retest, you will be given another opportunity. But if you can't cut the mustard, you got to go.
Right.
We do everything we can to remove those weak links.
Right.
And, you know, it's part of that culture of excellence. Go someplace else in the Army, get some, retraining, go someplace where the pace is slower, you can figure out how to do it, and then maybe you can, reapply to come back maybe.
Right.
But right now, you're not cutting it, you got to go.
When it comes to from selection to deployment, there were moments where you had to make critical decisions under extreme stress. Can you share one of those moments that still sticks in your mind, and how did you execute through that moment under pressure, and what helped to enable that success? What's a moment that kind of comes to mind, would you say?
There's two of them
that
I think sort of talk about that. First one was on my first deployment, one of the guys on my team. So because we were so far off in the hinterland, we weren't using Humvees like the guys down at the FOBs. I mean, we were way out at the ragged edge of nowhere. So we're using Toyota Hilux trucks. And we're going down this one road headed to Jalalabad, and we get hit with an IED. And it's actually the lead vehicle gets hit. It gets hit. This is how close we were, the way I recall it. I remember my windshield spiderwebbing cracking, then the sound, then the push of the dust.
Wow.
So.
And what vehicle were you in the convoy?
I was number 2.
Number 2, and the first vehicle?
The first vehicle is the one that got hit.
Right.
And so, windshield, spider webs, sound wave, shock wave, dust wave, and then up out of this huge dust ball that used to be the Hilux in front of us, I see Rob coming out doing basically, backflip with a gainer.
Wow.
He is got to be 20 feet in the air.
Wow.
He survived, but so now we're on this narrow road in this very narrow valley. Mm-hmm. I have to try to find the person that initiated the detonation. We're calling a medevac. We're securing the perimeter. We are making sure that, there's no follow-on attacks. There's a lot of stuff going on simultaneously. And I just remember thinking that as I'm doing all these things, right, working the radio, keeping command involved, seeing if there's any close air support nearby,
right.
All these things going on at once. It was one of those high-stress times. And even though I had a lot to do, I'm watching my team function as designed, right? The medic comes running up, starts providing first aid.
Right.
Okay? The commo guy is getting the 2 different radios I need, one for close air, well, all 3 of them, one for close air, one for medevac, and one so I can tell command what's going on.
All unprompted.
Right. They're this is this beautiful, well-oiled machine, right? All the gears are meshing. There's no grinding. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. And sort of even in the midst of all that, I was very proud of that team. It's like, okay, this is what we're here to do. I mean, very few people in the world could do this, and we're doing it well.